Yeah, slow pitch. I use a technique called the half pitch. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So every half turn, that's what you call a half pitch. And that's the technique I find the best.
Okay, so grab one of your rods.
And the rod is the most important factor of that. If you've got a very stiff rod and you start doing that, you're going to put too much action into the lure.
That's right. So
the rod tip,
out
of it.
Pretty much, you don't even have to lift up the rod. You pretty much with the handle just whack, 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 up about 5 metres, release it down, drop your jig right down to the bottom, back up again, whack, whack, whack. And well, if there's fish under the boat, third go, bang, you'll be on.
And it's probably the closest form of fishing you'll find to squid fishing, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Squid will always grab your jig when it's
on the drop,
fluttering back down.
That's right.
This jigging technique, this slow pitch jigging technique, it's all about allowing that jig to flutter. You'll never catch a fish when it's going up. It's always on that flutter, and if you can just, like Reece says, when he does a half pitch, flicks the jig into the air and then allows it to shimmy back down. The fish will hit it when it's shimmying back down. They never grab it when it's flying in the air.
What I was wondering was, what percentage of fish do you think you catch on the drop versus on the technique of the twitch?
No, sorry. I'm going to be honest. I would say 50-50.
Yeah, okay.
50-50. That 20 kilo Dewey I caught was 15 metres off the bottom.
Really?
So I was jigging, pitching up, whack, kept going, whack, kept going, whack, got me up. In the video, if you see, I said I called it a sambo straight away.
Yeah,
and I thought it was a sambo. And I kept going, you know, it started floating up. It was a bloody 20 kilo Dewey, and that was 15 metres off the bottom. So just because you're off the bottom 5 metres, sometimes don't just drop down. If you're seeing fish high up off the bottom, they still could be Deweys. Yeah, and when they're feeding or spawning or whatever like that, they'll be off the bottom 10, 15 metres, and they will hit it, and they will chase it up.
Hence the reason we put the demersal ban in. I don't know if anglers out there years and years ago before that came in used to go out there in November, December when the Deweys were spawning, and you'd see them stacked up on the reefs, and they'd be up to, you know, you're in 50 metres of water, they'd be 20 metres under the boat, they'd be up that high. So